What's up, everybody? Here we are once again, back here Friday night. Casa Street Fighter 5 coming to you live on the internet. I'm the Doctor, being joined by CMOS, Gypsy Danger, and we are going to be bringing you the first set of action tonight. How you doing, my man?
What's good, Doc? I'm doing pretty well myself. It's a good Friday night, especially for a Friday the 13th, and just here to get some high-level Street Fighter 5. So let's get into it.
Yeah, tonight was pretty good. I got that like good sleep buff this morning. You know, like when you wake
Ooh,
up and
boy.
your whole body's like achy because you slept so hard, but your brain's just ready to go all day. It's wonderful. It's such a power up. And here we are, Space Boy versus Sabo for the first match of the night. Oh man, could we have gotten a better start to tonight?
You know,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. This is a pretty stacked bracket right here. There's a lot of notable names in here, and they're if you're familiar with Street Fighter 5, familiar with the tournament scene, you should know a few of these people at least. Now, I'm kind of concerned because I just saw Ed, not Sakura, for Space Boy.
I believe that's actually getting to be normal. Lots of Ed players coming out now from the woodwork. It is a pretty neat character, I gotta say. So I'm with it. I'm hip. But yeah, I mean, it's good.
You know, I think recently in one of the last few patches, Ed got some quality of life changes for his combos because they didn't work. This character was broken in the worst way.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like he has so many good tools, right? Like a one-button DP, EX version on top of it.
Essentially, and speaking of DPs, that takes the first round. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes so much easier, especially when you're just like in a bad spot and you're just trying to not be anywhere where you are right now. And being able to just mash a single button, it's so much easier.
You got buttons, just got to worry about the neutral and the spacing. This is the Footsie's character.
Welcome.
Let her just hit a button and you're good. Nah, the V-Skill 2 is an actually interesting choice because I usually only see that against characters with fireballs.
It's just how many DPs we're gonna see. Like he is letting him rip so hard.
I mean, he's 100 for 100 on him. So, I mean, Space Boy's getting it done. First game goes to him.
Coming from a Shoto, you have to imagine he has like a really good read on when to be, using DP and really understand the potential downfalls of it as well. So it's really not going to be Alright, maybe I spoke too soon. It's just
just hit the buttons. All right. Now Fire Fist Sabo getting it in right now. Mika special, get you in the corner. Oh, and he jumps out. Excellent escape.
It's right back in though.
Yeah. Oh, and he's a little bit too far on the spacing.
Alright.
Nadeshko.
The first activation all series so far. So looking good. One away from stun. Gets the hit, puts a DP!
Just do
Smash
it.
him!
Oh, the mix central. Oh!
Dead. Dead.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a read or just instinctual? I can't. Words are hard. If that was instinctual, just to jump.
Is that like a more better type situation? I think you just say, was that an instinct?
It was
instinctual is a word.
Yeah.
All right, no, maybe you're right. I don't know. Not a.
Words are hard. Oh, no punish on the V reversal.
Is it actually punishable? Because going for the clap to get the throwback, maybe just like a light jab.
I think it might be. It depends. Like the evasive V triggers are a little bit tricky because if you hit something with a lot of like recovery and they V reversal out of it, they're good at scot free. But like if you just do a light jab, a low jab, light kick, anything like that.
No.
Wow.
And with that, Space Boy takes it 2-0 over Sabo. And
I'm glad. Oh.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say I'm glad that I got to see some Space Boy Ed play rather than Sakura.
I have a feeling you might see more.
I'm excited for it because that was a performance.
I did like it right at the end there because he sent out the trigger, it connected, and even though he jumped over it, to try and maybe get like some silly cross up situation going on.
Yeah.
It still came together nicely. It actually just hit raw, and
Yeah.
yeah, the DP afterwards. That's what's crazy to me is like he in like one play just showed off how useful a one button DP is, and you could call it that any of the other situations he found himself in, a normal DP works as long as you get the input right. But like mid combo, if you're just smashing that button and it comes out and you get all that pressure gone and you get knocked down, like it's not very common. It's just Ed and Falk that have that opportunity.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about Falk's DP though. I feel like it lasts a little bit longer than Ed's is on active frames. I mean, a DP is a DP anyway you slice it, but I mean it's same thing. You think it's gonna work, just hit it every time, and it should work.
So as you can see, our next match up here is going to be Bushin Master versus Metro M, an old favorite here at the Casa. It's been a minute since I've seen him here, but you always love to see the Vega players come back. And I think that there's some particularly good Vega stuff going on out in the world that, it's good to see brought back home.
Vega's an interesting character for Street Fighter V standards because they took away his charge. That's not a thing I was expecting. I tried playing Vega in Street Fighter 4, not very good at it. Just in general, Street Fighter 4 to me was an alien game. But taking away his charge really felt weird, and like being able to switch stances too, that was another thing because I was so used to playing around the claw for a while. And then when you took damage, of course it fell off. But then giving him extra moves while out of claw, that's wow. Like this character, he does feel pretty complete though.
Are you sad that he doesn't have wall climb?
Not entirely sad. Like he's still a pretty cool character, I guess, as the kids would say.
Kids these days. Speaking of characters that doesn't really see too much play, Zaku. We've been seeing it a ton here at the house for the last few weeks now, so we're getting very acquainted with the character. But I think overall in the community, it's really not that well seen or well known.
I have not seen a lot of Zekus myself. I mean, especially looking at online tournaments, perusing Twitch for Street Fighter V streams. Not a lot of Zekus going around. Oh, and he palms. He palms the jumping attempt.
Yeah, and he's using the V skill too, which has been pretty much the norm from what I've been seeing, which is super interesting because there wasn't a huge ton of usage on release, but it's definitely one of those skills that definitely takes a lot of practice to get through with, and we do see that wake up jab coming out from Metro, taking full advantage of those frames.
Yeah, Vega's a little bit tricky to punish sometimes. I can't tell when something's a plus or even safe at that. But he gets a big crush counter and sends him back to the corner.
Get our flying weasel. Nice little combo here. Gets the stagger. So much damage.
Meaty. Oh, and that was a unfortunate slide. He's gonna take this full V trigger combo. All right, just jabs out. Now, there is one thing I didn't understand about Zeku the first time around that he dropped. His V trigger 1. It's a very interesting V trigger because you can cancel out of it pretty early and retain plus frames. Oh, and it almost kills those magic pixel.
Tried to get the meaty fireball too. I know it's not actually called a fireball.
Oh,
but
flying Barcelona keeps it safe. I mean, it could be used as a short range fireball.
Yeah, but like it's not like the projectile wording is weird, even though it's effectively what it is. But like, it also beats fireballs, so I don't know.
I mean, there's quite a few characters that can punch fireballs out just because they want to. Oh, and that's a stun.
fireballs out of the air. That must be a fun little skill. Stun comes through. Look at all that red light.
All right. Oh, and he just takes him. That grab. Oh, and he shimmies him. Wow, that was a strong performance from Bushmaster.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's so... It can be such a life lead. When it comes to it, it's almost like when you're playing like a grappler situation where you just get, you know, that either full life lead or no life lead victory.
Yeah.
And you just feel really good about it.
Alright, starting off with the jump in and almost worked out, but Metronome's playing it a little bit more in the neutral game with the long pokes with that claw stance. Alright, I guess the simple combo into the command grab. That was probably max range for that to work out.
Caught him with the slide too.
Oh, just so many grabs.
Yo, what?
Oh, and he brings
the slide
trigger. All right, all right, push him back to the corner. All right, tries to get off. Oh, and he dashes in. Unfortunate. I think Bushmaster was playing a little bit too aggressively there, even for young Zeku standards.
Wait, what? He actually got him out of that? That's insane.
Wow. All right, let's keep him back with the slash kicks. DP though.
Much more defensive style for a second. Goes for the EX flip though.
Oh, and he goes for the demon flip grab. Let's go. All right, blocks the V skill too.
Still struggling a little bit this round, but still doing pretty good. Gets the counter hit too. Oh,
shimmy. All right. Oh, and he jabs him out.
Oh no!
Right, keep it
Wait,
safe.
no punish.
The V trigger one is an odd thing. Things you think are punishable, not punishable. So I don't know if maybe that the V trigger just added properties that are unknown to us. But apparently it worked. Unless it was just a drop from Metro, which is possible. Oh! Okay, that was tight.
Catches him after the switch stance as well.
Metro very liberal with the V-Skill 2 usage. Oh, and he catches him.
This is looking so much more Metro favored. Stun at the end of this, and that'll do it.
All right, so we got a real oh! Did he style on
sketchy. I think so.
Wow.
Maybe it was a mash. I really don't know.
Maybe he was trying to get the stance switch combo, but I mean he got double stance switch and it worked out. No grab for Bushmaster. So it's 1-1 tied up.
I wonder if maybe he just like forgot what stance he was in and was like, oh wait, no, I need the other one, and just smashed it again. And was like, I hope he doesn't notice I didn't kill him and he's not holding back.
He was probably already hitting A for the rematch, but you know.
Yeah, but then maybe
that was pretty. Yeah. Oh, and he's almost at stun. Oh, and doesn't get the right demon flip space. Oh, and it doesn't matter. That's stun.
That was such a deep chase into slide too. Like that's insane.
You know, Zeku feels like one of those metronome characters. Like you're either full life, like you were saying earlier, full life or no life for victories.
Yeah, I'm noticing that even though we're getting the skill 2 Zeku, we almost haven't. Actually, I don't think we have seen Firecracker Bird. Like it's always Weasel.
No, Weasel is pretty good. Like just throw him out and they hit mid, hit meaty. It's a good animal to have.
Yeah, but
he's sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it almost feels like back when Zeku first came out and we were only seeing young Zeku, right? Like, it feels like you're only using half the character that way.
It's a thing, yeah. Like, welcome. Oh, and wow, I didn't even. Okay, well. I was gonna continue with that, but Bushmaster takes it 2-1.
Apparently, you only need half the character.
Yeah, well, it's a good half, apparently. The plus frames on Young Zeku are it's pretty good. Just bullying with that standing medium punch. You just throw it out.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, what are
do
they
it.
gonna do? Push buttons? I don't think so.
You thought?
So next up on our match list, we are going to be getting crossover TV versus Z's Nuts. And I
Got
want to
him.
give a condolences to fellow commentator Shadow Ace, who now has to play Flux Waves.
Oh
So we'll
no.
see you in losers, buddy. Maybe we'll get you on stream at that point.
Rip Shadoways.
But yeah, next up, it is
I
going
believe.
to be Z's Nuts versus Crossover TV. Super excited. This bracket is so stacked tonight.
Back at it's stacked.
Yeah. While we got a second, guys, be sure in the chat, do !match Reno, and you will be able to help contribute to the players here tonight. You can go ahead, use the coupon links, follow the sponsor quests, do the surveys, retweet those tweets, like those tweets, subscribe to the people on the YouTubes. The coupon codes for tonight, as always, are Casa SFV this week number 27, as well as Casa GBVS 27. Both matcherinos are open. You can contribute the 50 cents to the pot completely free. It's literally magic money. And all you got to do is copy and paste those codes into the contribution bot. But holy moly. Contributation?
Contribute.
Yeah.
See, words are hard.
Yeah, I don't remember what it actually says on the page.
Contribution?
Macharingo? Oh man, I almost had a new misspelling, but I caught it. Macherino, it's just such a hard one for me to spell for some reason. In fact, I believe we do actually have the Matherino code in the chat. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nightbot's got my back, letting me know when I mess up. But yeah,
Exclamation point Matcherino.
those are the codes. They're in the chat. Copy, paste, contribute to the players for your contributions. And we're into the match.
Yeah.
Z's Nuts.
I'm always excited for these players that I'm not too familiar with, but I am glad to see them, in a competitive setting.
Yeah, I mean, we always have new people here too. It's such a great thing to see, because there is a time when you always get the same top fours, and lately we haven't had that. It's been so up for grabs, and now we're getting Seth players and Akuma players. Again, not very common things. I feel like usually we get like the low tiers in here to try and make stuff work.
It's true, but currently what we're looking at, two of the arguably top tier characters, Seth and Akuma. Both of them glass cannons, but both of them extremely strong characters in, normals and special moves. Look at that, stole that Fred fireball right from him. Give me that fireball, it's mine.
Almost did it again too.
Oh, he almost did it. And that axe kick it's too good. Activate from the V trigger, or V skill. Oh, catches him.
Yeah, got caught out of it with a nice little fireball there. Things keep him going. Oh.
Activate.
Wow, that actually worked. I was about to ask, I think I'm a couple seconds ahead because I was going to be like, what are your thoughts on this V trigger? Because everybody says it's trash, but like...
It's not well seen, but Crossover's making it work. And Crossover definitely caught Z's nuts. Not watching low. Gotta watch your toes there, man.
Yeah, gonna be able to work out. Is ready to do that again, actually. Does have the activation. Gets the aura in though. And so now, oh, what is that whip punish? That was insane!
The Akuma knee is too powerful.
Oh man, so is this jump in. Got the aura fist. Get the EX. Keeps it going. So much damage.
And he gets meat pressure. Oh, and he V-skills out of it. Doesn't want to get caught in the mix-up again. Alright, just tosses out of it. Oh!
Dead?
He misses the V-skill 1 punish. Are we playing basketball? Oh, no.
Oh no. Dunzo.
Oh, and he almost. This is dead.
I don't know why you fully commit like that on that kind of life lead.
He
I mean,
maybe,
good. I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe he saw something we didn't, but crossover kind of dropped the ball on that. But doesn't matter. Give me your money.
Yeah, good stuff for Z's Nuts. Gonna tie it up round wise. Staying alive. Doesn't quite have CA available, but has been using those fireballs, EX versions, for quite a bit of pressure, just trying to make sure they can get in.
Which is a good thing. I wouldn't want to let this character press any buttons at all.
You are gonna have to eat your own fireballs though, which can be a little
Yeah.
daunting. Back throw into the corner, gets the counter hit as well, and oh man.
Imagine spending years of training just to be able to do that, and then somebody's like, "No, let me do it." Oh, and the crouching roundhouse into super.
Oh, man,
I think this is gonna
was
kill.
alive.
Oh,
Man, that's a lot of damage.
that is a lot of damage. But to be fair, these characters have almost no health, so they die in 2 combos.
Or 1 CA, which is
1 CA.
always nice to see. I'm just gonna run it back immediately though. No swaps. I mean, they won a round, right? Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
completely a wash.
No,
but
no.
already losing a
None of these
fireball.
matches are a wash so far. Everything's been pretty back and forth. Oh, just bullying with the jabs.
Axe kicks. Oh man, gets the launcher.
Crossover. Oh, and he just jabs.
Not dead yet.
No, it's gonna have a pixel. Doesn't spend the EX just to get the maximum damage, but it works out.
7 golden letters up there on the screen, followed by a P in the scoreboard. No.
Ooh, the heavy. All right. That is so crazy. Like you can cancel the standing roundhouse into a special move. That move itself is really good. Are we gonna see a double P? We are.
Yeah, into CA. That'll do it.
This is what a character. What a character. Thanks, Capcom.
Oh boy, 2-0 for Crossover TV. Gonna be moving on to winners round 4. And keeping the double P for themselves.
Zeus, I want to apologize on both of our behalfs because I'm pretty sure that was a commentator curse match.
Z-Snuts getting double P'd all over.
To be fair, it is crossover. I mean, if anybody's unfamiliar with crossover, a Dominican Republic player and very, very strong.
All right, so I'm gonna call this out here as we do get both players in, because it was a little confusing to me because I'm looking at our queue here, letting me know who's up next, and it said Fluxos versus Crouch Fierce, and I said, all right, cool, we already know who Flux played. Let's check out who Crouch Fierce played, and the bracket doesn't have it updated yet, so I was like, oh, bunch is throwing some shade, but nope, it is actually completed. We do get both players in here. All right, and so it is going to be Fluxwaves versus Crouch Fierce, our other Zeku player, who has been just fighting week in and week out, trying to get that big W on the board.
I am always excited for Zeku play. Like the character's, it's an incredible character. Being able to switch from one moveset completely to another, and it's too big brain for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, just go back to the old ways and just like round start, switch to young, only play as young, and
All right, we're good.
you know, yeah, you're all set then. You don't have a DP, but like,
Who needs
apparently
DPs?
that's a hard to do input. So
Yeah. And down's already hard enough. I played MVCI.
oh boy, but yeah, here we go. Crouch Fierce coming off a bit of a rough one last week, and is actually he's given up on Zeku. Just gonna go back to the Urian. We've seen it before, so it's not completely unwarranted. And I feel like into Mika, I feel like this is probably the correct decision.
Yeah. All right, Mika bullying.
Especially Flux. Flux will bully you all day.
Ooh, yep. And it started. We're already in the corner. 10 seconds in, and It's already corner city. All right, more or less back to the middle of the screen, but crush counter for your troubles.
Oh, boy.
All right,
She
EX
just
knees, but it's an
headbutted.
anti-air.
Headbutts out of the EX knees. That's a feels bad. You know, you burn meter, you're trying to get out of the corner, and you just get bonked. Oh, boy.
Just give me my plus frames, man. No. Oh, and the side switch. Mika special.
Bullying is what we're calling this. And I don't. Do you think Crouch Fierce has it to play the fireball game here? Obviously, you're in the corner, so you gotta bust out. But like, that's a big ask as Urian, I feel.
You know, fireballs. It's hit or miss. You gotta throw them from a good enough distance where they're gonna work. But Mika's got her slide. I know she's got that. I'm not sure if anything else works against the fireballs, especially V-Skill 2 fireballs, which it extends. And, you know, what does it matter? Oh, and the EX headbutt.
Wait.
Wake
oh,
up.
the backdash! Yo! That was hot.
He's still got Aegis. Oh, wait, no, doesn't. Okay, all right.
Get the
Weird
boot,
interaction.
staying alive.
Stunner. Jump back light. I like the challenge.
Gets the boot again.
There we go.
Oh no.
Oh,
Mika
that's
City.
gonna hurt.
Mika time. Oh, the giant throw!
What? Okay. All right then.
That
was
is
a match.
a. That's tough. Oof.
I was definitely expecting that jump in roundhouse to actually hit, but I guess it wasn't active enough. Completely whiffed on Crouch Fierce.
Round one.
Crouch Fierce definitely, you know, hitting themselves a little bit at the end of that, you know, had the potential comeback city, but
Oh, there we
starting
go.
out very strong this time. One away
Wow,
from
just
stun.
what is blocking?
It's Mika, you don't block.
Gotta hit buttons. Here we go.
Not quite.
Maximum.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's a lot of
Optimization.
damage. That was so much damage.
Round two.
That was incredible. All right, Crouch Fierce showing signs of life with the P.
That's like
Don't let Mika get in.
that's like what you want to see on your combo. It
Yeah.
is just like all that damage, and it's like pixel perfect, everything coming together. You feel really good about it, and then you remember you're still playing into Mika, and you're like, ah, I gotta do it
Yeah.
again.
Oh, that was only first round. Okay. Oh, and stunners the crushing medium kick.
All right.
EX bust out. Let's go.
Yeah,
That was
pretty
an
good
expensive jab.
success rate on those too.
That is true.
Might not get a chance to do it again though. Definitely won't get a chance to do it
Yeah.
again.
It's fine. He's still got a bar. Still got a bar to use for next round.
Final round.
But he definitely is showing signs of life, even though Flux is on match game point.
Yeah. No, it's match point. It's first to two.
Match point, yeah. That's right, yeah. There
Still
we go.
100%. All right. Feeling good.
Risk was calculated and it was correct every time. Oh, and the crouch fierce. Such an interesting move. Like, just tackle your opponent's knees out.
It works. As a tall guy,
It
those knees
does.
are my weak spot. Like, stay
Yeah.
away, please. They're already shaking
I need
up.
those. No shimmy, just straight up into pressure. There we go.
Blocks out the belly flop,
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Excellent. That one bar was so important. It worked.
Urian wins.
Crouch Fierce showing signs of life, so it currently tied up 1-1.
Yeah. And I think blocking the belly flop there is pretty crucial, too, because a lot
Yes.
of players may just fully expect the full-on jump out, even knowing it's a Mika. So you block it, you get the huge punish on it afterwards, and you just win the round straight up. And now you're tied up 1-1, still looking for that first two victory. And you know, you know what works.
Yeah,
You just got to keep doing it.
there it goes. I do seldom see the belly flop option unless it's just a mix-up situation, such as being in the corner or getting out of the corner. But you know, this time it didn't work out for Crouch Fierce, and he is currently sitting in the corner, and this is gonna kill.
And if it didn't, it was stun. So
Yeah.
no winning there.
It was a lose-lose situation, unfortunately, and it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's a grappler. Sometimes you get grabbed, and you gotta make the guess. And might as well flip a coin. But now it is, again, set point for Fluxways to be moving on in winner's side. Crouch Fierce has to get this victory here. That could be so bad.
Oh, there we go. Just punish with the single light. It's so interesting, like how Urian can just like jab, 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 and then knock you down with the crouch headbutt, or I'm sorry, with the fierce headbutt. And oh man,
It's so tight.
reversal out.
I
don't want any part of that. Oh, not afraid of the drop kick, uncharged.
That could have been scary had that gone the other way, but it's tied up. Final round, final map. Winner goes on in winner's side, and loser has to go down to the loser's side. May sound self-explanatory, but there are those of you out there who do get confused. We know who you are. Bunch runs the bracket. He keeps a tally. Don't you worry.
Bunch knows. He's got a list.
All right.
Oh, into the tombstone.
Oh, man, guess
ow.
such a good rate, and I don't know if it's Flux just not respecting it, or if Crouch just has like that much of a read.
I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of both.
Oh wait!
Oh, and the conversion.
And the
Punish.
slide is punishable, and will definitely take that victory and just really grinding it out there.
There's no fear from Crouch Fierce.
What's huge there is that Flux actually uses that slide a lot to close distance, and that time it just connected on block, which made it punishable.
There's a calculated risk of moving options, and unfortunately that one,
Sometimes
the
you
risk
just
did
gotta
not
math.
pay out. I mean, same, but you know, I don't need to be a Mika player to know that.
So that does send Flux down into our losers bracket to terrorize them, because he can definitely be that lower bracket warrior every now and then. I'm looking at last week's bracket, which is very confusing when I'm trying to find out where our players are. So exclamation point bracket in the chat, bring that right up. And we are careening into top 8. Actually, Crouch Fierce just earned a top 8 spot. So for those
Crouch
of you,
Fierce was our first top 8 entrant. So congratulations.
and we're about to find out our second one as we do head into Joki versus High Speed Chaos, and I'm probably saying that wrong, so please somebody God correct me in the chat. I'm already
Joki.
bad enough at English.
Joshi, maybe? Spelled with a CH. Not sure. It's a very interesting name, but nonetheless, we've got High Speed Chaos, who last week I'm not entirely sure what the thought process was versus his Adnan match. I still do think about it. He was in the corner. He had Shinryuken. Adnan teleported right on top of him. Right on top of High Speed Chaos. Right on top of him. Just didn't let it rip. The most unken player situation. The perfect situation to be able to just do it. He didn't do it. That is living rent free in my head. It's constant. It's like one of those movie theaters that just has the one movie playing over and over again.
Sometimes you respect a little too hard, and it doesn't work out for you.
No. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. But, fighting games are great for 2 reasons. Crazy stuff happens, and you can watch what's going on. I think I'm caught in a purgatory loop. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I just got
there
out
we
of it.
go.
I just escaped. Sounds like you did too.
Yeah, as soon as I said it. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got another Urian player coming up.
Yeah, we attract them pretty hard, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's coming from another Urian player.
Don't worry.
It's a pretty cool character.
I guess that is technically one word you could use for that. Not exactly the word I would choose, nor many of our viewers, I imagine. But yeah, it exists. Cool
Not a lot of
indeed.
nice people say that.
It's under C in the dictionary, but yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like both of these players are currently fighting for the neutral spacing. Doing a little bit of damage on both sides.
This
All right, Everybody's jumping.
This Urian skin looks like the zombies from iZombie.
You know, yep, you're right. They're pale.
White hair.
Man, it's coming
yeah.
for your brain. Be reversal out. Watch your toes.
He's definitely not in the right matchup here. He is a Ken player, but high speed chaos doing really good
There
job
we go.
up until that point. Age is just doing so much.
Oh, with the EX knees? No fireball for you, sir. No activation
today.
either. Those knees were, they were
Good
perfect.
point. Yeah. Sometimes it works out. Oh, it charges up too. High speed. You could tell they wanted to jump and chose not to, thinking they were going to get fireballed.
Yeah. I mean, AX fireball into the V-trigger activation is pretty strong activation. So I definitely agree with the situation. Unfortunately, Joshi was ready for the situation. And again with the EX needs.
Yeah, we're seeing really good callouts from both these Urian players in a row. You know, last match we saw how many EX headbutts could land in a row, and it turns out it was all of them. And that was the first EX need to get blocked and immediately punished with an EX DP.
It looks like Joshi is reaching within the footsie's range with the forward medium punch. It's a good button. It's confirmed. It's a special cancelable, and it's wow. This is gonna be. Oh wow! Just activate.
Oh, the mirror timed out just at the end there.
That
Hold that.
always gets me sometimes. Like I think, okay, well I got like one more hit on it. Nope, just collapses. Oh, and the shimmy. All right, Joshi showing a really good showing right now.
Urian
Yeah,
win.
up 1-0, finding one more. Finds them a top 8 spot here in winner's side, even not that loser side. Top 8. You know, all the marbles so far. That's how you play marbles, right? You just win and collect them. That's like
Just win.
it's like way before my time, and I just imagine like kids just like murking each other for marbles.
Fight.
Yeah. Although I suppose
No,
we have
I-
Pokemon cards, which is kind of
Pokemon cards or Beyblades.
or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Actually, my school was
Oh, yeah.
huge into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we actually like played for keeps because
Oh.
degenerates.
You know, the gambling starts off at a young age, but nobody wants to talk about that.
They call it cardboard crack for a reason, but
Yep.
chaos.
All right, into the match.
the
Kai's
match,
Chaos
folks.
trapped in the corner.
All right,
This
so
is-
much gray life. That's
This is
oh
a
boy.
question. Oh wow, and the Tatsu almost crossed up, but Joshi was ready for it. Oh, and the big jump in into critical art.
Yeah, still alive though. Needs one more.
Still alive.
He actually gets the charge there, dude. That feels huge.
Oh, and he didn't want to challenge the Tatsu.
Yeah, he's definitely playing it safe right now.
Yep.
Only needs that one little hit. Any moment will count. And back goes mid-screen. This gives Joshi so much space to work with, but the Tatsu in the Tatsu combo! And now it's anybody's match. Only a pixel, and it's the EX Fireball from High Speed Chaos to get their first round win in the set here.
I think High Speed Chaos is making up for last week when didn't do V-Trigger 2 against the already floating Dhalsim right above his head.
Oh,
Oh, the EX
timing on
reaction.
absolutely perfect. Gets the trade. Not quite beneficial there for High Speed, but he'll take it.
You got to take what you can get. Unfortunately, Joshi not getting a lot right now. Getting jumped in on, getting EX Tatsu. Oh, and he charges up though. No fear.
Yeah, almost got crushed for it, but spacing not quite High Speed's way. And we're starting to see the punishes come out. You can't just do it for free anymore.
It's the law of equivalent exchange.
Oh yeah?
All right. He gets to charge up the fireball. Now, it's an interesting matchup. I wasn't expecting a fireball game from a Urian versus Ken. Yeah. Not two characters you don't really think of. Oh yeah, zoning.
Yeah, this is what we more expect. Just
Yeah.
unstoppable chaos coming
Depression.
through.
Fresh in session. Oh, and he tries to EX the dash forward, maybe? Oh, you can't do that.
Bro.
Now, I do believe if he does take enough damage, well, alright, never mind then. I was gonna say that V reversal may have been ill-advised, but it worked out. Usually, we see Irian players say, no, my V bar, we're getting Aegis, and you're gonna hold it. Oh, and I don't think that's what he wanted for the EX move. I think he wanted EX Fireball. There we go.
This is looking dangerous. High Speed needs to win here to bring it to a game 3 for that top 8 spot, whereas Joshi feeling pretty good right now. You know, large life lead, does have a bit of resources in their back pocket. You know, feeling pretty safe and pretty content, but this is when we saw High Speed get that first win. Oof, that's not safe.
That's unfortunate. Oh, Joshi with the confirms. Easy combos.
Urian wins.
Good stuff to Joshi. I'm looking at this bracket and it looks like all of our. Actually, no, I do take that back. Kaba, you know, as an CPT champion or winner, competitor, Kaba is currently sitting in the loser's side, which was not what I was expecting, honestly. Oh, maybe he got DQ'd because I'm showing down here that he did not move on in losers either. So
You heard it here first, folks. Casa officially more difficult than CPT.
that is, I feel like my apartment just lit up because we're sitting with such strong competitors, and one of the strongest competitors here, first seed, by the way, is currently out. Heard it here, here first, folks. Yeah, it's. My mind's still racing.
It's
Trying to read.
that confusing. You know,
It's confusing.
You know, not only is our competition harder, but we do have some commentary surprises later on in the night that you guys may be aware of because it's the FGC and we don't keep secrets very well. But they're there, and we are just waiting on our next match up. It is going to be Sabo versus Balrog's Panties. I'm gonna let that one hang for a second.
It is what it is. I mean,
It's a creative bunch out there. That's yeah. Got nothing else. Oh boy.
all right. Well,
What if he's like not a Balrog player? What if he's like I'm a not player?
I mean, the mix-up, like IRL mix-ups are a thing. So
Like you see Balrog's Panties and you see the Balrog like avatar and you're like, oh man, I gotta play Boxer. Like I gotta remember like how this all works. And then it's like Manat, and you're like, fuck, man.
I was not expecting this. I'm not prepared.
I didn't mentally prepare to have to play this like drag out, you know, slow game. Like, oh no.
The universe is testing me, and I did not study. All right. Oh, we're loading up here. We'll see what kind of character selection we have, and it is indeed Balrog's Panties playing Balrog. Sometimes you call him like you see him.
Yes, some would say that's not a surprise, but I've seen the opposite enough that it just casts doubt every time you see somebody's like character name in their tag. Like, how can you really be sure?
It's true. You know, CFN, you can do whatever you want pretty much, for the most part. So you could put like Ryu Stan 86, and just not touch Ryu at all. No hours played, no battle
Yep.
launch matches.
You'd have a good excuse for that in 5, because for the most part he's been pretty trash.
That is true. Yeah.
So like you could be like an SF4 Ryu Stan or like any other previous iteration and just been like, you know what? No, SF5 Ryu is just trash. I'm not a
Really,
fan.
and you're fine. Except this
You're actually a Smash Brothers Ryu.
See my Ryu in a Final Destination 3-star.
Oh man, Balrog's Panties is just taking it to Sabo. Huge crush counter. Can't get the link though.
Balrog's Panties is ready with those crushed, charged up drop kicks. Like, it's actually scary. Every single charge drop kick is getting crushed, countered, and it looks like Balrog's Panties is.
Balrog wins.
He's wearing his lucky panties today. I'm gonna say that right now. Got his Friday panties on.
I mean, it is very important to not let those drop kicks go unpunished, whether it is by a challenge, big or small. You know, sometimes you just get a huge one in there, and it all works out together. And that's the second time we've seen that exact play from Sabo.
Balrog's Panties is currently operating at full capacity. All neurons are firing.
And I really don't like the way that sentence sounded. Terrible.
Sorry. Neurons are firing. Brain capacity.
Why are the panties at full capacity?
Oh man.
Balrog's Panties, match point now. One round win and one game win for that top 8 spot. The winner of this will. No, it's not top 8. I lost complete track of the bracket. Oh, no. The winner of this gets to play Alex ... That's cool. It's almost top 8-ish.
All right. Wow, Balrog's Panties is This is
really good Balrog play.
like
Stun come through.
I don't know if that was a mental break from Sabo earlier at the beginning of the match, but it was just down back, crouch light. Just try and keep him out.
Command grab. Oh, no command grab.
EX Peach is what a move.
I was definitely expecting a command grab after the trigger activation because it almost never fails. Like, it's just so good and it's so visceral. It's, you know, I talk about it week after week because we do have a ton of Trigger 2 Balrog players, but like, it's just so fun to watch. Oh no, crushed.
Just Mika things currently.
Oh, Mika time. Sabo does have CA available, so I imagine they may let that rip. Nope, never mind. EX Peach instead. Corner pressure.
Oh, and he challenges the dash up.
There it is. Love to see it.
Doesn't charge up the drop kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's been punished so often. You definitely have to feel for it. CA? No.
Maybe that was the attempt.
Wake up, CA.
Balrog wins.
I just got I got spectator disconnected, but it doesn't matter because the
Matchup's over.
match is over.
Yeah. So that is going to be Balrog's Panties moving forward in the losers half of our bracket. Going to be finding themselves up against Alex ... which is not our next matchup. Our next matchup is going to be Bushin Master versus Crossover. Oh man, that should be an amazing matchup. Holy.
It's gonna be a high level match. These players are gonna be fighting for their winner side top 8 place in it. Now, I'm not sure how Urian does fare against Zeku, and if old version might be a little bit better than young version.
So if we do actually get Bushin Master a victory here, they will be going up against Crouch Fierce, which means we could get the Zeku mirror.
Yeah.
Imagine we
yeah,
get
the
two
Zeku mirror.
those like two otter things flying across the screen at each other. Do they actually collide? I don't know. I've never seen 2 Zekus in the same map.
It's such a seldom character. It's like seeing a unicorn and a griffin in the same clearing, just sitting there.
Wouldn't the griffin simply eat the unicorn?
They might. I don't know. Maybe they have an understanding.
Well, I suppose it also depends on like what type of unicorn we're talking about. Because like, so if you've seen the show The Legends of Tomorrow, those unicorns are gnarly. Like they eat people and like gore the hell out of them. Like they are evil, visceral creatures. So I suppose it would depend on which type of unicorn we're getting in that death match there.
That's true. Could be one of the hardcore unicorns, but I'm not too familiar with unicorn lore myself.
I'm just
You know,
reading chat.
thank you for teaching me
Well,
some
actually,
unicorn lore.
so that unicorn also has like what the hell? It was like some like silly string spray out of its horn, which sounds like it's like that Charlie the Unicorn type ish, but like it turns people like. Wait, did it turn people like mellow or was it barbaric? It like messed people up and they did something and I can't remember. But yeah, Legends of Tomorrow, dope show. All the CW shows are actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
They are pretty good. Yeah.
But we got Seth versus Zeku. This is talk about unicorn matchups.
I'll slide for your troubles.
And that gets the throw. Mid screen though.
Boy with the buttons. Preemptive standing fears from crossover. I do appreciate the attempt for any kind of random slide or possibly a run in.
He had so much screen real estate there too after that combo. Just forward and backwards we go. Oh, dives under
Big
it.
damage.
Yo, round win. First on the board there for Bushin. I can't believe he low profiled that. That's insane.
Oh, and just takes the damage right from the beginning. You are going to build that bar back, so might as well cash out while you can. Look at that, Half-Life gone already. Oh no. Not sure if that was a missed input or a buffering thing, but oof, that's gonna hurt.
But trading it for, you know, not too much HP. Only lost a third of their HP before the chip started coming in. But that's a hefty chunk of chip. Like look at that. Even on block, like that still hurts. It's like jab HP gone.
Oh no. Alright, it's basketball time. Time to guess.
Oh, wait.
No, never mind. Just take straight damage. Alright. This is probably gonna kill.
Crossover is really showing some of the stuff you can do with that trigger. And if you would listen to Twitter, you would believe that this is just like a straight garbage tier trigger. And then you should always go 2. But Crossover is showing some really great stuff here.
Oh, out the air. Let's go.
Scoop.
I am curious to see what move Seth gets, because I never see Zeku.
You know, I had that thought and I wasn't gonna like bring it up. I imagine we'll see it in a
Probably
second.
right.
Oh, let's do it.
I was expecting an axe kick there, but
There it is.
there it is. Neutral jump.
Changes the jump trajectory with the axe kick. Still gets caught by the jump though.
Alright. No V-bar, so he's got to hold this. Blocks low. Doesn't block the jab, though.
Checks the command dash. Still holding on to that, you know, skill, by the way.
Oh!
That's gonna hurt.
Just built the bar. Double CA for your troubles. So that crossover had that V skill one stocked up the whole time. Didn't even get to use it.
It's a shame, really.
Yeah. Maybe the old Zeku move steal is not the best, but we'll never know.
The world may never know. But no, Carlton in the chat does make a good point. Crosscut into super is a lot of inputs, and
Yeah.
made it work.
Alright, heavy Tatsu, heavy spin kick, if you want to call it that. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it's plus. It's +2 or +4. It's ridiculous, either way. Alright, grab in the middle of the screen.
It's always so interesting when the slide lands and it gets crush countered, because like you're so conditioned to think that like slide is just such a bad move. But tonight we've already seen like multiple Zekus and a claw, just no fear, let them rip all night long.
I mean, you expect it from the Vega players. Unfortunately, that's just the stigma that comes with the character.
I mean, it worked out so many
It
times
does.
that, you know, sometimes you just gotta risk it. And the back throw to seal it there, optimal meter build. And, you know, we're seeing Bushin take up another round.
Bust out with the EXDP. Oh, the Weasel saved! Let's go, Bushin Master. You give that Weasel extra treats.
Weasel? I suppose they would. Right?
I'm pretty
Sorry,
sure they're just long cats. Oh, and again! Let's go.
No, this was actually a weasel. We had the close-up, like, screen grab. It is a weasel. Because I originally thought it was a cat. And even though the game is over, goes for the maximum output, meter-wise, and for the back throw.
Wow, Bushmaster putting on a clinic with the V-Skill 2 usage, tying it up 1-1.
And again, this is indeed for a top 8 spot. Winner faces Crouch Fierce again, so we may still yet get that Zeku mirror, even though I have an odd feeling Crouch Fierce will play Urian, but Weasel out into throw.
Most
Alright,
likely,
that's kind
but
of
maybe. The Weasel is, I mean, it's a Weasel for a reason. But it's a good V-Skill once you you know, start looking into it about what the application process is for it. All right, mix up. Oh, he beats the V-Skill.
Oh, the aura actually dropped too, which gets V-skilled out of. Oh, one more.
No overhead. Oh, the slight shimmy. Just use those long buttons. Let's go, Bushin Master. Bushin Master currently sitting on set point.
Yeah, bit of a comeback here too. This would be the reverse sweep, keeping the pressure on. Oh man!
Wow. Oh,
Showing
he
them
gets him. Jump attempts denied.
Try showing them what
We're
a
in that-
real kick was. Worked out.
Oh, the standing roundhouses they're hitting. Oh, not sure what that grab was.
Maybe misinput is the only thing I can think of. Maybe tried to call something up, or actually maybe just was trying to V-skill and was one set over.
Oh, the demon flip! Wow,
The non-cross-up cross-up.
that was amazing. It was a cross up for half a second, but then crossover tried to anti-air with standing medium punch, and nope. All right then.
Yeah, got the course correction there, and turns out the computer was wrong, and so that is going to be Bushin Master securing top 8 2-1 over Crossover TV, who is still alive, does still have that loser's side run available to them, and they're going to be facing off against the winner of Alex Dalton versus Balrog's Panties.
It's amazing. Still, that name just resonates. But Bushmaster definitely living up to his name with his mastery of the technique. Being able to put on a clinic. He was down. He looked like he was not doing too hot, but he brought it back.
Yeah, definitely seemed to be struggling with the Seth in game 1. Didn't quite have the correct read on how the match was going to be going, but was, like you said, able to pull it back. We had a bit of a back and forth on game 2, and pretty absolutely solid game 3 there. So pretty nuts there. Congratulations to a top 8 spot. Our next match up here is going to be what?
It was a well-deserved top 8 placing.
Oh, definitely. Especially, it's so weird when you see like quote unquote low tiers just bust in, and for me, it's great to see, because it means that the players put in a ton of work behind the character. Largely you don't have the carried excuse that some people may say about other characters potentially, but it lends credence to the earned it mentality, where it's like you come in here with an F tier character, and you're winning over some pretty strong players nonetheless. Although I don't think we'll ever see a Falk top 8 here. I don't see that in the cards.
Not yet. Not until
Somebody prove me wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Casa SF5 tournaments every
Actually,
Friday.
You know what? I'll put a bounty on it. First top 8 Falk only player, I'll give him $5. PayPal.
Falk players, you heard this man. Gotta earn it.
Yeah. Speaking of earning it, we're heading into the losers bracket. These players have to play more matches to get just as far as those winners. And so we are going to get our first one up here, Vast End versus High Speed Chaos. And let's get into it. Let us see exactly what we're going to be feasting our eyes on tonight. This should be a good matchup here. This is for top 8 losers spot.
This is going to be the most high stake match, or one of the most high stake matches, because of course getting in the top 8, it's a big deal, but you are that much closer to the edge because you are on the lower end of the bracket. Now, not sure, there we go. Still, I think I might have been spoiled by the new console load times that I'm still waiting for SF5 to load. All right, and we got Urian versus Ken.
Has a PC player. Uh,
I
I don't
mean,
know what load time.
the PCs are definitely better than consoles. I will say, for the most part.
All right, you called it. Urian versus Ryu. Vast End with that Wesker build.
All right, now starting off with the fireballs was an interesting choice. Not sure if this is a Urian specific matchup chart or just don't want to give Vast End a chance to get in. But it doesn't matter. It looks like High Speed Chaos is actually taking it to the other corner. Bullying.
Yeah, coast to coast, just like Ken IRL. And these fireballs are super interesting. They're setting up a zone, right, where it's either, you try and contest the fireball game, which you could totally do, having that V skill too and just the EX bars. But if you don't want to contest it, you can jump at me. And I'm a Shoto, so I'll just DP.
Yeah, there's options. All right, goes for the corner side switch combos. Oh, and he doesn't cross under.
It's the reset. Charging up, keeping damage on, stays same side.
Oh. Classic Urian. I'm knocked down. I got meter. EX headbutt.
Almost wishing he had spent the meter in the combo before so that you wouldn't have had it there for, the reversal. But could have just done a normal headbutt and same result anyway. But
SP Chaos with the crash counter sweep.
Yeah, gonna keep seeing those as long as they work.
That was an excellent reaction from High Speed Chaos.
Yeah, pressure still continuing. Headbutt out.
Light headbutt's a good option against meaty grabs. It's airborne, so.
The forward fireball? Not sure that was intentional, but gets the stun anyway. Charge up, should be able to end it. Oh, not quite.
That was so low to the ground. I was sure.
Oh no. The close Aegis.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Calling him out on the overhead. All right. All right, everybody gets one.
Final round.
Only one though.
Spider-Man moves. Everybody.
Oh boy, let me keep an eye on that one going forward, because High Speed just did all that work to get within one hit at the end there, and then just respected that close second tier.
Neutral jump. Oh, just Ken DP out. Let's go. All right.
Anti-air.
Calls out the jump in. Finally calls out the jump in. Not sure if that was Oh. Not sure if there's a bit of a issue with anti-airing Ken, but looks like it's working out.
EX headbutt it straight out of the air. And that's Vast End taking game one. Really back and forth series so far, though. I don't know who's gonna come into game two with an advantage, because that was close. That was really close.
it goes back and forth for sure. Like that, it's none of these matches are actually have been a complete and total wash. Every match has been it's been quite skillful, I would say. Like, I mean, yeah, there's been some wacky stuff, but every player has been solid all night.
Yeah, I mean, again, once again, back and forth, gets the elbow launcher.
Oh, wow. He calls out the grab with the EX headbutt. Oh, no.
That's
Online.
a misinput. Activation coming in from High Speed Chaos. Gets the air-to-air as well. Oh no. Fast End vastly regret their life choices.
High Speed Chaos pushing a lot of buttons, gets called out for it, but still pushes. Alright, he's ready again. Calling out those close mirrors every chance.
Close mirror again just to block the fireball. Continues to block it. The powered up one comes through. Checks the dash. Oh no.
That is such a limb.
It's actually something we saw last week a ton from Fast End. Would get these really, really large leads early on, and then would kind of fall back and just, use that button as a zoning tool to make sure that, like, you're only on a single hit of life left. You have to come to me. I'm going to swing this boot out. It's either going to connect and I'm going to win, or it's going to get blocked and I'm going to be safe.
It's true. Sometimes you gotta keep people away for the most part with a very oppressive button. Crouching medium kick definitely does it for Urian. You see right there. Oh, he tries to shimmy, but doesn't take the bait. Oh, he tries to backdash out of it, but doesn't. Oh, and the cross up Tatsu.
He beat the EX headbutt. Oh no.
Final round.
Pain.
And
Still match point for Vasten, though. Currently up one game. One round is tied up. A huge jump. Holy moly.
not sure if that was a misinput for DP, but that hurts. Tries to space it out, but gets hit with the standing medium kick.
Oh, calls it out. Not the biggest punish, I feel. Does get a little bit for it, though. Oh, and jumps in.
Oops. Takes him to the corner. Stun is an option. All right, we're good on stun. Next hit should do it for Ken. Oh no.
Tatsu again. What?
Just the raw. I'm assuming he thought he was gonna hit a button or throw a fireball, but it didn't quite work out. Oh.
Oh no! Wait, you dropped it. Ah! It's falling apart.
Spaghetti.
It's everywhere. It's on my sweater and the crush to bring it to a game 3.
Knees were weak.
That got a little bit sloppy there right at the end, but leave it to Ken to come out ahead. We find ourselves having game number 3 between these two players who literally up until that last scramble there had been so tight this entire match.
Everything about these players has been solid, except for the last 15-20 seconds. Doesn't speak any less of the players themselves. Sometimes it just be due sometimes for fighting games.
That is exactly how that last round started as well. Oh, stunned already?
Wow.
Nope, one more.
Oh no! You used yours in the first match. You used yours in the first match battle. No, you got no more overheads.
Nope. Does still have the boot version though, so there
It's
is that
true.
variant. Might not even need it this round though.
It's impressive.
So now we get that light lead Vasten, who's so comfortable hanging out back, just waiting for you to come to them. You know, they're gonna throw out fireballs, they're gonna throw out the boot. Gets a nice little walk under too, and just exposes the round.
That was a dominant performance from Vasten, once again sitting on set point. Oh, okay, that's fine. The heavy headbutt is actually pretty safe.
Tackle in as well, but no punish just yet. Back to fireballs.
Alright, just enough spacing for the Tatsu to not hit its mark.
Yeah, I don't
When he
think
calls
I
out
I don't think ISP Chaos has an entry point other than the Tatsu, and Vastend has already acclimated to that and has readjusted the game plan accordingly.
The fireballs are spaced well enough, so if can EX Tatsus, it may just fall short. Alright, Chin Buster, EX Fireball pressure. Grab, stun on the table. Oh, ill-advised. EX Headbutt. This will do it.
Only had the one bar and still let it rip.
Final round.
Your aim players.
Fight.
It's just that type of match, man. Like sometimes you're feeling good about it. You're like, I'll just block it. Oh no.
Two. Oh, and he shimmies into the corner.
Punish coming in huge here. Gets the down tack, no buttons, and just super late on the DP there. Works out.
Pressure's up. Oh, he tries to call out the walk back, but just far enough out so he just does not reach. Oh,
no! MCA! It's available.
Fireballs are. Oh, and the cross up!
This is almost unwinnable right now for Vastend. Only has one hit left. Any grab, any connection will do it. And CA is available.
Oh, he went for it.
Chip! Next!
That hit! What did he hit there? I need to know.
I just don't even know if he hit anything. Like, it didn't counter right after the V reversal. It might have been just trying to walk forward. Maybe jump, trying to get, you know, out of that situation.
Awesome.
Because block chips.
Yeah, that was gonna chip either way, but I don't know. Maybe the jump out was the next idea. Either way, it works out for High Speed Chaos, who's gonna be moving on in loser bracket.
Yeah, finds themselves top 8. Joins Flux Waves on the loser side, who took a 2-0 over Moons, by the way. And so we're coming pretty close to knowing what our full top 8 is going to be. Next matchup here tonight for us is going to be Verse 130 versus Diego V, another Ken player who is not unafraid of throwing out the fireball.
And if this night has taught me anything, Ken can be a zoner. If they really believe.
Oh, no.
Gotta believe hard enough.
I mean, everything's possible if you believe, right? Like, I suppose. I mean, you can't fly, but, like, you can get a pilot's license.
Not yet.
That's also true. Science is a wonderful thing. I'm sure we'll get there one day. We'll just have, like... Well, hold on. Do you think if we get to that stage of, like, scientific evolution, do you think science will go more towards technological adjustments, as in we'll get, like, jetpacks and, like, flight suits? Or we'll go the more biological route where we'll get wings like that X-Men character who hated themselves?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be more technological, because that way, you know,
I think
aside
that's how
from cosmetic,
right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
we already have, like, jetpack pseudonyms and, like, jet bike things. Like, those already exist. So we're pretty close. And yeah, Angel, but, like,
yes,
he cut his own wings off
yeah,
for a
you had to
while.
file them down, painful. Man,
Trying to shower with wings? Oh, true.
you are gonna have a bad time.
Although
For
they
most-
kind of tight. Like, he hit him under a t-shirt.
That is true. He was binding those wings pretty tight.
Plus, what if it was like a mutation, like Hawks from My Hero, and you could just, like, have your feathers wait outside the shower for you?
It's true. Take him off like a suit.
Wait, Archangel? I don't know that arc. I'm not X-Men comics, and the movies were pretty trash.
No, yeah, the comic version of Angel becoming one of the Four Horsemen. Excellent.
That sounds OD. I kind of want to read that now. All right.
Definitely look it up. Anyway, match. Diego, pressure.
Oh man, it's a Colleen player too. Oh, I want the Colleen player to win, but Diego's just so good.
What an elemental matchup here. We got fire versus ice. Oh no, he gets V-Skull 2'd. Or V-Trigger 2'd. My apologies.
Oh, staying alive. Oh, man, just grab after grab after grab. Oh man, how many can we get? Went for another one! They went for another one, but he got air reset. Oh no. Counter connects it with the trigger! Yo, TA goes a nut!
Diego, please.
Oh boy. That's the type of plays you can expect from this guy. He gets grabbed 7 times in a row, and what's he do? Grab fireball into trigger activation. And everything hits.
Absolutely. Masterful Kim play. Jump in.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty pixel perfect. I mean, there's just so many ways he plays the character. Colleen, though, now getting bullied by these fireballs, does have an option to throw their own, but I think for right now, it's just going to be the trigger activation that gets you.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest, I've literally never seen that move before.
It's, you know, for any of Colin's V skills, I rarely see him sometimes, but yeah, it's an odd little command grab. Like it charges up, you gotta charge it up and then slide forward a little bit. Just scoop him up. Oh no, and the heavy DP.
All right, that was also the type of play you can expect from Diego V. Sometimes you get quarters, sometimes you get a hay penny. What can you expect?
What about 2 hay pennies?
I mean, if you want to go for the double DP, yeah, sure. You still get the same result.
Fair enough. So Diego just did not have enough life to gamble that much for him.
Not enough hay pennies.
Not enough hay pennies. Can't cash out. Alright. Throwing the fireballs.
Yeah, they're just spamming chat. Holy moly. The EX Fireball does connect, but he's doing such a good job avoiding these icebergs from the sky. Does get crushed, though. Stun the bar, keeps it going, doesn't get the air grab. Reset!
Oh, it's gonna hurt. He freezes the stun bar, so that's gonna sit there a while.
Oh, it's back.
Good.
Broke through the ice, uses the lap. Trigger.
Oh, it goes for the EX Hail.
Doesn't have any meter left either, so somehow has to survive these fireballs. And there's the EX meter there, waiting.
We got Zoner Ken. Yeah, there's no resources reverse, unfortunately. It's gotta hold this.
Yeah, I mean, Ken's about to build up a second bar meter.
Oh. Alright, we're back at it. One more. Diego, sitting on this life lead, apparently. 10 seconds left. Oh, it just runs in! What a genius.
Throws fireballs for 30 seconds, and then does a V-skill kick.
Good old fireball. Nobody expects fireball.
It's so true, though, right? Like, who goes into the Ken matchup being like, I really got to worry about his fireballs?
True. I mean, if you hold back, you'd hold down back long enough, and you just try and walk and block. But Diego's smart enough to catch it with the V skill kick, and it looks like we're going back to the character select.
I have to imagine it's a skill change for Colleen.
I would, yeah, that would be the smart choice.
Unless it's a character swap, because we are looking at a level 48 G.
Definitely G with some playtime. I feel like G would do a lot better in this matchup because if you can get enough of the knockdowns, get leveled up, the level 2, level 3, whatever you want to call it, presidentiality for G, that's one heck of a fireball. Get your ground splash.
How do we not have a unified term for his power up? Like, it starts at 0. Like, I don't know why that's not like universal.
I'm still not sure how to even call it myself because sometimes I say level 1, but then sometimes I'm like now the base 0 level.
Yeah,
but,
like if you're looking at a skill tree in any of your games, you know, for you D&D nerds out there, you RPG nerds, like all your stats start at 0, and it goes up by 1. Nothing starts at level 1, except for RPG characters, I guess.
enough.
Wait, did I just ruin my own metaphor?
Oh. Okay, we're going to verse with the. Wow.
Speaking
Okay.
of turnarounds,
Wasn't even paying attention. Oh, all right. V skill one, V trigger one.
oh boy, has the fireball still, and you know, does Vega have a better tool than Colleen to get around these fireballs?
I would think a lot of jumps, but the slide apparently didn't work out right now. Got clipped, but it traded, so
I mean,
I guess
he's
it's all right.
taller than Mika though, right? So like, he's not gonna low profile the same.
True. All right, I guess command grab for shovels. It's in there though.
Oh, really?
Oh, and he fancy combos.
Oh, and he gets stunned off the trigger activation. Let's go.
That was
All
calculated.
right, first.
Perfect. Not exactly, but you know, for the play, it was perfect. All right, back to the zoning game.
Like just eking out that like literal last pixel of stun bar needed thanks to the trigger. Has it
It's a
again.
smart move.
Yeah, I mean it shows super good prep on, or not prep, but like awareness on what your actual meters are. Like I know it's there and flashing and stuff, but it's so easy to miss, especially like mid combo like that.
Tries to command grab, but just out of range. Diego's going back to the zoning, but oh, thunder kick.
And kicks his mask right off. Gets that damage boost slash nerf.
Oh, he go right through EX.
He definitely spent that thinking that it would be the round.
Now he's gonna hold these fireballs.
Yeah, but we saw how this worked out last time. I don't think.
I mean, if he runs in, he runs in. What's he gonna do? Block?
Yeah.
Oh, he just flips him. B skill one not invincible enough.
I mean, we saw that a couple times actually, where you went for the skill and still got clipped by the fireball, and it just seems like it's just a timing issue. You know,
It
trying to differentiate between the different fireballs.
It worked out at the very beginning of the first game. Or, I'm sorry, the first round.
Oh.
All
This
right,
is-
keep him out.
What?
Oh, and he jumps it. Oh, not enough.
Serious
That
point.
was a
Diego's
good
skill.
confirm. There you go. Just the raw standing medium punch.
Stun bars are concerned. Claws now no longer. The EX wall doesn't connect. Gets the trigger to stay safe.
Stun bar is at a safe point for now, but the life is not looking too hot. All right, this is
There
what's
we go.
the next move? Meaty. Oh, and the counter hits. Oh, does nothing.
Done.
Ow. The patience.
Yeah. All right then. Huge comeback there at the end. Lost the mask. Lost the blades. Didn't lose the life bar though. So we are going to be heading to a game 3. That's insane.
This is now again, just to reiterate, Diego and Verse are playing for their top 8 placement on the loser side. So loser, unfortunately, does have to bow out. Take it easy for the night. No more games.
Round one.
At least in tournament.
Fight.
Yep. You can still hang out in the Discord, pick up some casual matches, or you can just head straight into CFN. Or if you prefer your online with the correct settings, you can pop over to Guilty Gear and find our man Bunch grinding it out there, as we do see these HP bars grinding down.
Definitely, there's a lot more poking from Verse. The claw.
Shit. Dan with the good jokes in chat. Oh boy. Poking away. You gotta love the chip there on those daggers. Does get the crosscut though. Staying alive.
All right, stance switch. Oh, tries to cross him up, but Diego ready for it.
Yeah, did get out of the corner for a split second. Does find themselves a little bit backing towards it as the mask comes off. Oh
On
no.
the slide, it did work out. Didn't work out how Verse wanted it to.
Yeah, you lose the trigger activation and now you just have to hold back forever, but it's not enough.
Classic. Just dash up, grab.
Round two.
Go, Diego.
Fight.
If it works, it works. Doesn't matter if it's season 1 or it's season 5. It'll work.
Diego with the relentless pressure. Just one more combo into stun.
Oh, just counter hit there.
There we go.
Oh no, it's
Alright.
a
Oh, yeah, EXTP out. He's got a bar. Just use it.
Again, huge life lead here for Diego, continuing to chip away at Verse with those fireballs. Verse, though, gets it
Again?
Oh no! But oh no, he's toast.
It's gonna hurt. Oh,
He's
he's
dead.
dead. Diego securing his placement.
Can win.
That hurts. 'Cause
That
it's
was.
just a dropped link, and that could have been it. That could have been the comeback. CA was available. Trigger, I don't believe was available just yet. I think they gained that right
but-
there at the end, but
Anything would have gone into CA, and that would have secured the bag.
yep. And so with that, our top 8 is just about secured, folks. But for us, we are going to kick it off to a short break. But don't worry, there's still plenty of Street Fighter 5 here left for you tonight. And we do have our man Brad Mitochondrial Muse coming on the desk with our secret guest commentator of the night, and we will be catching those shortly after the break. But be sure to hit that Matharino in the chat, contribute, copy, paste those codes into the contribution box. Be sure to follow those links, the codes, the Twitters, the whatever else Matharino asks of you. Please just do it. Support the players in everything to help them out here tonight. But for that, it does it for me. I'm Doctor, joined by C-Mouse. And any final words?
Just always a pleasure to see these matches. Every match has been a solid game, solid performance from all these players, and I'm just glad I'm a part of it.
You love to hear it. We're going to kick a short break, folks. Be sure to wash your hands, wear your mask, stay clean out there, and be back here in just a couple minutes for Top 8.